No, not create post. There you go. Manage my lives. There we are. What if God was one of us? Just a stranger on a bus, trying to make his way home. Okay, Vivi, man. I shouldn't be drinking this. It was a new flavor, and I really wanted to try it. Yes, I've been. Sorry about that. I've been really busy lately. I didn't even get to UV map this. Like, I had to call up opticians. I had a call with the doctors today about my chest, and I have an appointment on Tuesday. I ordered some glasses. What else have I done the last 2 days? I've just been doing so much stuff. I signed a contract for this work I'm doing. I've spoken to them and stuff. I've just been doing so much. I know how to make hair with curves now. Ooh, fancy that. That's good. Why does the screen feel really... Oh, it was really small. It's probably just because it's leaned back. Up a little bit. But yeah, I wasn't even going to stream today. My chest has just been playing up, and I don't like working when I'm in pain. I'm not in, like, pain. I'm in enough for me to consider it discomfort. Money. We've got to have money. This project I'm going to be working on soon seems pretty fun. He seems very happy with having me aboard. You know, I'm a skeptic. I'm not going to lie. I don't trust a lot of things. And... Oh, my. And when he was telling me about the team and everything, you know, I was sort of like, well, Oh, it is actually connected. Oh, it is. I kind of used like half generate hands when I did this. I'm not gonna go over how I did it, but the hands. So the things that I didn't fully make on this model were the hands and somewhat the hair. But I won't be going over how I did it. I basically just used some computer aided stuff, just so I didn't have to do a lot, because I'm not a character artist. So I thought, if you can't do something and you can find programs or software that can do it for you, why not? You know what I'm saying? There's no reason to just say, screw it, I can't do it. If I can find something that's going to assist me, I'm going to do that. I knew it. Stolen hands and hair, I knew it. The hands are partly done by me. It's mainly the sort of fingertips more than anything. Because some stuff, like the arm I sort of put in a shell and then basically modeled around that. But the hands I sort of nabbed and reattached in a way. It was a very awkward process. It may have even been faster if I just learned actually how to do it. Do you say? There you go. But yeah, I know my limitations, and I was like, you know what, we'll use software. It is amazing what you can accomplish with some free software, though. Not just talking about this model, but in general. You know, like that VTuber stuff I was looking at a couple of weeks ago, because I wanted to know how they got it to work with the 3D models that picked up like the mouth movements and stuff. And using purely free software, I was able to set up my own little one. I was like, that's really cool. Right, Steve, these backwards. But you didn't use curls for your hair? Yeah, but the hair I adjusted a bit, but I sort of essentially got again adjusted it, but sort of a pre-made one. I mean, I think the hair looks really good, the one that I dished out and changed a little bit. You're right. I mean, it would have, if I wanted to. You read. Wait, I read it backwards. What? Money, stolen hands and hair. I knew it. Right, Steve? He's backwards. You read. Oh, wait. You want me to read it backwards? I knew it. Stolen hands and hair. Put Yoda in it today. Yeah, again, I don't know how long we're streaming for. I guess until I feel a bit more uncomfortable with my chest. My chest gets worse towards the end of the day. So we'll see how I feel. And we'll see how much progress we get done. I really want to do this off stream, but I've just been too busy. My opticians was funny because I went to book at Boots. Can I show you the hair I'm talking about? Yeah, sure, go for it. Yeah, I was trying to book an appointment at Boots, which is an optician, for those of you who are not aware. And they were like, first appointment. What are we in? We're not in May, yeah, wait, April. And they were like, July 13th or something. And I was just like, ooh. Well, that's not good. So I was like, okay. When's the one after that? Oh, no, so not when's the one after. I was like, let's check another place. And it was like Visual Express. And they were like, oh yeah, book an appointment with us. I was like, okay, I clicked on it. Today? And I was like, yeah, appointment booked. 2 o'clock. And I was like, and it was like 12 o'clock. And I was like, oh, well, I best get ready then. I didn't expect them to be like, yep, we're fine seeing you now. I was like, okay. So that was good. I got to go opticians. Especially before getting a job. I wanted to get as much sorted as possible. Because I don't like messing around. Some people, I swear some people do it on purpose. Some people will get a job. And then, what is happening here? Some people get a job and then they'd be like, oh, I need the first 2 weeks off. Oh, I need this time off. Oh, I need this time off. And it's because they didn't sort anything out before getting a job. And I'm just like, why did you not get any of this sorted out? Oh, what the heck? Oh, all of them like that? No, there's these two. What happened? I swear I unwrapped this the other day and it was fine. Oh, we need a cut there. And a cut there, right. There you go. Hey, X-Stage, how's it going? Let's go see your work. I need to lift my monitor up a little bit more. Oh, ow. Yeah. I think I've Lone Wolf Games. I think I've seen, honestly, there's a piece of software. Have I still got it? This one? So this is when I was looking at like VTuber stuff. Let's wait for it to load. And there's this software where you can generate 3D models, and it's basically designed for you to make certain things. So look at this software. Now, if I can remember how to do it... I didn't really learn much of this because there was already preset stuff. Face edit, hair editor? Oh my god. Yeah, look. And you can like draw hair in. So you can like get all of this done for you with this software. And I was like, what? I was like, that is so cool. Why the yellow? That's really annoying. I mean, can I not just have it as base color? That. No, that. Enter. How do I? No. Do I click that again? What? Escape. Okay. And then what's that? Shade color. So the darkest area, I guess. And now if I go to drag in the hair, that we can have some hair. And I thought this was the coolest, like, for free software. I was like, this is so cool. I'm always impressed with free software, almost always. Like, some people make some really cool free software. And I was just like, man, that's awesome. Anyways. But it makes me think sometimes. I'm like, did you try to MetaHuman Creator? Is that out? I thought MetaHuman... MetaHuman's what, is a free anime maker program. Yeah. You basically make anime models. Yeah, I thought MetaHuman wasn't out yet. Or am I thinking of something else? Oh, there's an early access right now. Yeah, I am thinking about the right thing, right? I really want to try it. It's what Epic are releasing, if I'm correct. I could be very incorrect, but I know they have a hand in it in some way, right? Those UV maps terrifying. Early access is available. Oh, can I actually get part of early access? Maybe I will. I always find these softwares funny because I'm like, man, this is gonna put some character artists out of work. Once again, it's another reason why I shifted towards stylized is simply no matter what software you like bring out, stylized is still stylized. You know, you're still gonna have a way to produce your own version of your art. Ignore this washing in the background, by the way. Like, whereas realistic, it's like if it's not photo real, it's not photo real. You're not, your stuff isn't as good until it gets to that photo real point. And I think about that a lot. Are these ones broken as well? No, these ones are fine. I do personally think that if you're in university and you're being graded on something, you should be told what software you're allowed to use. Like, the argument that they always said in university when I was there was like, but you're just being smart if you use software that does the work for you. I'm like, yeah, but that's unfair for people who cannot afford that software. Or one, doesn't want to pirate that software. And at the time, that software for us was Substance Painter. For sure. For sure. I can understand why people were like, oh, but they're not, you know, there's nothing against them for using Substance Painter. I'm like, yeah, I agree. I don't think anything against them. But when someone turfs up with something that's made in Substance Painter, and all of us who cannot afford Substance Painter and not being taught how to use it are using Photoshop to make all our stuff, of course their stuff's going to look better. And it's like saying, all right, 3D model a human, or this guy can use MetaHuman, but I'm going to mark you equally for how good it looks. I'm not going to beat this software, especially not as a trained character artist. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there needs, in the industry for sure, but when you talk about university, we talk about education, I feel like there needs to be a software limitation, because otherwise you can't fully test what that person's capable of doing if they're just using software that's doing what you're trying to get from them. I don't know why I'm turning Italian. But yeah, in university, people, it's one of those things that the people who saw nothing wrong with it were the people who had access to the software. And the people who saw something wrong with it are the people who didn't have access. I'm like, well, that's obvious, right? That's going to be that way. Oh, hand painting her nails is quite interesting. I was going to say fun, but I don't know if fun's the right word. But, I mean, when I talk about this work, maybe in its general description, I'd say, I made this. But if anyone asks me, like, how did you make the person? I will say, oh, I actually used pre-generated stuff, then I worked around that to assist me. I used computer-assisted software or character-assisted sort of modeling software to make it easier for someone like me, who's not very good at characters. I don't know. What do you guys think about the whole comment about university that I just made? Tell me your thoughts. Do you completely disagree? Do you get where I'm coming from? Like, hit me up. Tell me what you guys think. Oh. Wait a minute. Oh. So, these were just made by extruding the hands, but I don't need the whole interior of the gloves actually made. I just need enough of it to look like she is wearing gloves. What the heck is happening here? Need that then? There you go. How about this? Oh, wow. I think it's mixed. Yeah, I totally think it's mixed as well. I'm not completely one-sided on it. I just feel sorry for the people who couldn't afford the software to make themselves look better. The thing I like about the MetaHuman creator is that it's a cloud-based program that works by the browser. It doesn't need a high MPC to... Oh! I didn't even know that. Nobody cares, XT. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I care. Oh, was that because I'm drinking energy drink? I haven't been drinking energy drinks because of my chest pain, but like, it's a new flavor. I wanted to try it. But school should not be paid to win. That's what I was thinking, right? Like I said, in the industry stuff, it doesn't bother me. Or if you're trying to compete online, it doesn't really bother me. Well, stuff like, I made this, and it's just all stuff from Megascan. At least say, oh, I was the compositor / level designer for this, and I use Megascan assets. Oh, I just turned off my monitor. Whoops. But bar that, you know, I'm not against that. You know, if you want to use Megascan assets, go for it. It's there for a reason. Megascan exists for a reason. But yeah, when in school, it's really rough when, or in university, school, whatever. If it was we're calling it school. In England, we don't call it school in university. I don't feel like we do anyway. If I just cut it here, what would that do? I think that'd be fine, wouldn't it? Not. I think I'd need a cut along here as well. Like there. Now one here. Well, I don't want to cut it completely down the middle, do I? I mean, I kind of want to keep going there and see what we get. The thing I like about... oh, yeah, I already read that. Oh my god, yeah, this definitely needs to be disconnected. That's very harsh. That's more what I'm looking for. What result do we get here? Let's scale that down. Oh! God, you just look at some UV maps sometimes and it's like, Mirror along Z plus geometry. You know, one thing that always gets me, I've talked about this a few times with a couple of my mates, and it's people not realizing that, or people not wanting to acknowledge that either they themselves are strange or their interests are strange. There's curve hair is tedious. I just like to tweak a small bit for each one. I mean, to be fair, sometimes it's a big part of art, isn't it? Working on all the little tedious bits. Yeah, people not realize this. There's nothing wrong with being a weird person. I'm a pretty weird person. I have a lot of weird interests. Oh, well, a lot of them aren't really weird anymore. Like watching anime is not really a weird interest anymore. It's quite popular. I mean, weird's a word that basically tries to encompass, like, there you go. It means out of the ordinary, but if a lot of people now watch anime, can I consider watching anime weird? Probably not. But there are some people I know who are just beyond weird. And there's one thing with being weird. There's one thing with being weird and not acknowledging it. If you're a weird person or you have a lot of weird interests and you don't acknowledge it, that is... Weird interests are what describe the person. Nothing is wrong with that. Yeah, yes, nothing wrong with weird interests or thinking. I want to clarify that. Anyone who just joined right now, there's nothing wrong with having weird interests or being a weird person. In fact, it makes you more interesting most of the time. But when people are weird and they don't acknowledge it, or they don't acknowledge their interests, or when they talk to people who are considered normal about these weird interests as if they're not weird, and then they get insulted or they feel bad, insulted when they have a weird response. Like, I walked up to someone, I don't know, let's say my interest was, I liked watching, I'm trying to think of a weird interest. I like watching whale blowhole videos where they shoot water. To be fair, that probably does look cool, but when they shoot water out the blowhole when they reach the surface. I don't know what I'm doing at the top of my head, but and if, like, some people treat these things like they should be spoken to normally. I'm not going to walk up to someone and go, oh yeah, man, like, I was watching these whale blowhole videos the other day, and oh, it's so cool, and this. I mean, to some people I probably would say that, but not a person who would consider normal, who, like, and then when they're like, what are you going on about? And they're like, oh, you've insulted me by not accepting my weird interest. No, like, you should acknowledge your interest is weird and understand when people react strangely to your interest. Right? I feel like you should. Maybe I'm too accepting of that behavior, but I feel like too accepting of the behavior of not accepting being weird, if that makes sense. Maybe that's just me. I want to clarify some of the weird interests people I know have had. You know what's a very standard, I guess, weird interest? A brony. And a furry. I've had a couple of brony slash furry friends and slash or. So some of them have been a brony and a furry. If you don't know what brony is, it's a usually refers to an adult male who enjoys watching My Little Pony. And a furry is someone who enjoys, like, how do you describe a furry? Being enthusiastic for animal characters with human characteristics. Yeah. Like, so finding humanoid characters that look like animals slash animals that look like humans interesting. You don't have to really go beyond that to be considered a furry, but I know friends who are one or the other or both of those things. Most of them did acknowledge that interest would, but yeah, some of those people as well would talk about it like it's not. Persona is a character that describes the person. Yes, because it's a persona, isn't it? Like my persona online. Yeah. My character, every character I make now is called Pig Venus Man. It was a joke I made a very long time ago about my character, Pig Venus Man. And he's basically my persona online now because I make him, he's always the name of my character. Whereas the persona is essentially, it's like you as a furry character. Yeah, I've known some people who don't treat it like it's a weird hobby, and then they get, again, somewhat offended when people, like, essentially give them weird looks when they're talking about this. I'm like, bro, you can't blame other people for reacting that way to a strange hobby or a strange aspect about yourself. You just can't. Like, that's asking a lot, in my opinion, from somebody. The people I talk to, a lot of people I talk to don't watch anime, so I won't bring up that in conversation because I know they would find that weird. And I don't want them to be uncomfortable in the conversation of me talking about something I know they will find uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? It goes both ways. There's, on one side, there's people accepting things, accepting you as a person, accepting your interests. But on the other side, there's you needing to realize if your interest is odd. I don't know why I randomly went on a tangent about that, but I've had a lot of people like that, and it's bothers me, I guess. I think one thing that really got me was quite a while ago. Again, I'm not gonna say any names. I try my best not to say names. I had a friend. Full stop. I know, insane. No, I had a friend who was very into K-pop, and I can't remember what country she was from, but basically, you know, if you're into K-pop or J-pop, anything like that, most of the time in a lot of countries that would be a very strange interest. And she was very upset with her parents because they didn't support this interest of her. They didn't. I said to her, I was like, what do you mean they don't support it? Well, they don't talk about it. And I was like, but they let you put up posters of K-pop people. They let you, they let you have your way. You know, they don't try to prevent you from having this interest. Well, no. I was like, isn't that enough? Well, that, they show interest in my brother's interest. I was like, what's his interest? He wants to be a doctor. And I was like, well, yeah. Why wouldn't they show interest in that? That's a career, that's a pretty big deal. Your interest is something they don't understand. It's Korean pop. And she couldn't register because she was really mad at her parents for it. And I was just like, you got to cut your parents some slack. Like, I would never expect my parents to randomly, like, if I was like, my parents don't, like, accept me watching anime. I got the power of anime on my side. But like, I wouldn't expect my parents to, take an interest in me enjoying anime. In fact, if I put a poster, if I was living at home and I put a poster up of like an anime character, an anime girl or something, I'd think it's weird if they didn't make a comment on it. There's got like this half naked anime character on my wall, and my parents like, yeah. Seems normal. I'd be a bit like, are you guys okay? This is clearly not the reaction I was expecting. Again, maybe I'm too forgiving towards people not accepting hobbies, or interests, but I don't know. I feel like it has to go both ways. Even with 3D modeling, I wouldn't approach some of my friends and talk about 3D modeling because I know they have no idea what I'm talking about. So why would I bother? But equally, I'm not a person who tends to have hobbies I get really into. It's like when people get really into certain things and they join like subreddits for it, and they join these huge communities, they go to these events. When I'm into something, I just enjoy it in my spare time. Like, again, I'm not saying, I don't want anyone to come in here and be like, you're saying I can't enjoy this. No. It's perfectly fine if you enjoy going to these events, if you enjoy these things. I'm just saying I don't. I've never been someone who gets hyped up about really any particular hobby. Like when a DLC for a game I like comes out, I'm like, woo! I don't join any communities based on it though. I don't watch hundreds of hours worth of videos talking about the subject. I just enjoy it. So I guess in a way I'm a little different. The ARMS are going to have to be their own group, I think. I always try to come up with random topics for us to talk about, just so there's something actually to talk about on the stream. Oh. Yeah, that's not correct, is it? Well, why is it running so slowly? Good? Look at it. What? Wow. Okay, I'm gonna restart this for a second. It's like getting really jittery. I just got furry on my other screen now because I typed in the definition. I feel like these days it is hard to talk about certain subjects without people instantly getting excited. Wait, it joined them together? Did I click a join button? Am I going crazy? I swear I didn't click a join button, or did I? Did I click combine? Guys, I think I'm going insane. Those all combine. Why would I combine them? I guess I was chatting and probably didn't realize what I was doing. There we go. I don't know if having them separate is even better, but I'm gonna keep them separate. All right, so you. Let's be a whole arms. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Okay, so were their UV maps out in a decent way? They're not terrible. I don't think that's terrible. I think we can get probably good results of that. If I was doing just this character, I'd spend like... We ain't got red yet. Oh no, yeah, we do. I spend like freaking... weeks on it. But because... it's too close to that colour. Because we're obviously doing a whole scene, I can't really spend that long on this. That's better. Cool. Hair probably is the same material. The hair's going to be so interesting to paint. I have have no idea how I'm going to do the hair. The hair's still clipping with that, so I feel like I need to grab the back of the hoodie and pull it in. Maya, can you not do that? It's doing this thing. It does this thing sometimes where, there you go. It will do it so it selects parts of the model that aren't even isolated. It's like, can you stop? This hoodie was really interesting to model. This hoodie was all hand modeled. I didn't drop any physics sims on it or anything. I had essentially another hoodie that I was looking at, and I was basically modeling around that. Some of the areas I really added a lot, but yeah. I think the hoodie came out well, and I saw a model like this, and I was like, oh, that's really easy to make the hoodie if I separate it out. Because I saw one exactly like that, and I was like, let's just do that. That would save me so much time. So, what if I grab one? We soft select up a lot, and we just pull it in. I'm gonna have to select more than one, aren't I? Veneer. I'm supposed to select quick? Yeah, I am selecting where I think I'm selecting. Gives it a slight... If you guys could go live in any other country, I hope some of you are here to actually answer this. If you guys could go live in any other country, what country do you think you'd pick and why? And if you're picking a country that has another language, do you think that would get in the way a lot? I could do that, then I could also pull out the hair a tad. Set to volume. Make a character now. I already made the character before, but I'm UV mapping it and just adjusting it, yes. I am so sorry I've not done a tutorial, by the way, Paco. I've been so busy lately, like today. I'm not trying to make excuses, but like, I went opticians yesterday. I called a doctor today to get advice about my chest pain. I have now an appointment for Tuesday. I've had this company contact me about contracted work. I have been so busy. And I hate promising something and then never finding the time to do it. I really want to do that to that grass tutorial, or at least look into it and show you how to do it. It's just so hard. We're just adjusting the hair to more accurately fall on this back bit. Yeah, no worries. I'm making excuses for myself because I still didn't want to start the Pentecost. Nice! That makes me feel better. I do have an appointment now on Tuesday about my chest, which I'm excited for. Yay! I I'm petrified of needles, so I usually hate going to the doctors, but admittedly I am in pain at the moment with my chest, and I do want to go find out what is wrong. If he tells me nothing's wrong, you know, like last time I got told, I had chest pain 2 years ago, and last time they're like, nothing's wrong, don't worry about it, you're not dying. Essentially, just basically, you're just going to get chest pain. Yeah, just weigh it out. And I did, and I weighed it out, and it got better. 2 years later, now I got chest pain again. So hopefully they just say what they said last time, and I'm perfectly fine. That's what we hope for anyway. We hope to hear good news. That's better. Well, that AO really comes in. If you were to make her hair more realistic, for example, you use hair and just... I'm not really a character artist. This hair's obviously thick and blocky, so it's a little bit... You can look at it more like you're doing hard surface. Realistic most of the time. So one, you could just actually do, if you're doing actually a rendered scene and not in game, you could just do a particle system. Blender's really good with that. You could just literally draw it in where you want the hair to essentially grow from. It comes out and then you just comb it back and into the area you want. I used it when I like 10 years ago, and even back then it was pretty good. Now if you wanted it for a video game, I wonder if you could do that and then bake it down to a solid and it kind of looks like hair. I don't really know the limitations on hair at the moment. Because some games make it look pretty good. And I actually have no idea how they do it. I'm looking at Uncharted quick. Yeah, I'm not sure, to be honest. Unfortunately, like I said, I'm not a character artist, so I don't really I have no idea. I've never done something like this before. This is like a pretty much a first for me. So even this is a bit of me overreaching my existing talents. You know what I mean. Sunday's off, so it's not as laggy. Oh my god, it's still laggy. You got chest pain, I got heartburn for the past few years, and I got 4. Oh my god, Jesus. I told my dad about my chest pain, and his only response was, which nobody wants to hear, I want to add, was, maybe it's just anxiety. I'm like, thanks, Dad. You know, I want to know if that's actually wrong with me and you're just assuming it's anxiety. I'm not really an anxiety person. I don't really know how to say it. This is really high poly. Maybe I take the chain off. Maybe we don't have the chain. It's a lot of extra... Maybe for now we take it off, but we bring it back later. Possibly. Is this going to run really slow like it did the other day? Oh my god, it kind of is. Okay, how the hell? When you even map a face, it's like freaking flattened out, isn't it? My chest pain is hurting my shoulder as well, like my left side. A tiny bit on my arm. I called the doctor today and he was like, wait, why didn't she book you for an appointment? You told her you had chest pain. She shouldn't have booked you for just a call, because I had to wait 2 days for him to call me. It literally ruined my... Oh, really? Jesus. I don't like spicy food, so... I know. Everyone's like, you don't like spicy food. You know what I also don't like? Sodas. I can drink soda fine, like I am now. I really shouldn't be having an energy drink with a pain in my chest, but it was a new flavor and I really want to try it out. But same with spice and fizzy drinks. I'm like, it's an additional thing in it that all it does is cause discomfort. Admittedly, I'm probably amongst the 20%, I think it was, that find fizzy drinks painful. I wouldn't describe it as painful, but if I drink if I drink fizzy drinks too quickly, the bubbles hurt the back of my throat. Again, not really painful, it's more discomfort. So I don't like fizzy drinks that much. I don't get the point of having bubbles in your drink. Same with spicy food. I don't get the point of something burning my mouth. And most of the time when I try spicy food, it just tastes of lime/lemon. They don't usually have great flavour. It's just advertised as being really spicy. And this is coming from someone who can handle his spicy food. We had a spicy sauce downstairs at the moment, 1,000,000 Scovilles. Yeah, the doc said it's mainly because of the sparkling drink, be it just water or Coke. Red Bull. Yeah. Luckily, I don't like spicy food and I don't like fizzy drinks though, because they are two things that are bad for you. But yeah, it's just, I don't get it. I remember having a spicy ramen once and it didn't burn anywhere sort of in the normal part of my mouth. All it burned was like right at the roof of my mouth, like right at the top. And I was sitting like, oh my God. I was with my mates and me and my mate Dom were eating it. And I was just like, I was like, nothing else burns in my mouth except the roof of my mouth. And I couldn't finish it. Well, I say finish it. When you drink a ramen, when you get to the broth at the end after eating all the physical stuff in it, you just sort of like, I couldn't do that. I was like, it's just too spicy. I was like, the roof of my mouth has so much discomfort right now. Actually, no, I'd consider that pain. It had so much pain in it. Uh-oh. Oh my God, that's the hair. The hair was generated with some software, so hopefully, hopefully it would already have a decent UV map. Oh, it is running a bit slow. Oh, it's running so slow. There you go. Well, no, that won't do. Man, this is... I don't know how to unwrap a head. You don't do it around the lips, right? You do like a... You do like a circle up here. 3 times. Yeah, but this was like generated to an extent. So I put it this way because that's how it defaulted its generation. It was gonna do that. I mean, I could put them slightly together if you really want, but again, he wasn't here a second ago. The only part of this was partly generated. It wasn't even fully generated. I just used it as a guideline. Was the head, the hair, and hands. Everything else I made. Because that... Oh, and the ears. But when I get rid of the ears, that should be enough, right? But I should be able to just grab the eyes and pull them together just using a soft select tool. So hopefully that actually won't be too much of an issue. I'm going to pull it around to here. Look how slow it goes. Thank you, Maya. Very cool. Are you done? Oh my God, hello. I got a good reason for not starting the Blender course because my internet been bugging out since Monday. So yeah, there's that. I mean, that's the reason, I guess. That's going to be an edge loop just here, isn't it? Yeah. That should be up to here. Nice. And then I think we go here, here, here. And then we pull it in. Cool. Now, try to replicate down the other side. This is interesting music and I don't like it. This is a high-performing computer, by the way. It's sad because it is. It's just Maya's just freaking... Maya Lite's just sometimes really slow in certain objects, I swear. I don't actually know what causes it. I wish I did. Is Blender actually hard, or is it pretty easy once you get a bit more... Oh, it's so easy when you get into it. Mate. Tell me to model something right now, and I'll model it. I kid you not. Well, unless it's like a simple-ish object, you know. And I will literally show you from start to finish. Because I can speed model usually quite well. Depends on how organic the shape looks. But I will literally show you from start to finish how to model something. Maybe so. I love speed modeling in Blender. It's actually really fun. Like, go find a picture of something, send it in Discord, you know, wherever you want, and I will do it quickly. What is this? Okay, model a staff with floating orb which has a belt, like Saturn. Huh? I need a picture? You mean like a wizard staff? With flying orb which has a belt, like Saturn. Annoyingly, staffs are like rings on the... Oh! Right. Okay. I need to find a good... Oh, wow! That's really nice. Someone's just got loads of little concepts. So what can I model here? Like out of concepts. Pinterest is really great for this kind of stuff. Why'd you take me here? Huh. Can I not? Let's put a full screen that. That's one thing I don't like about Pinterest. I can't seem to have a full screen anything. That's what's good. Silhouettes are very good. Sorry, I called it a belt. Oh, yeah, you mean the rings, right. Yeah, you go find a picture and try to make it not as organic looking, because organic will take time, whereas more hard surfacey stuff is way quicker. Oh, right. I forgot I made it like teeth, didn't I? Oh, I have to rig the face. That's going to be so freaking... Ugh. Nobody wants to rig a face. Oh wait, I've already closed it. You're too far behind, man, on the stream. Can I isolate? Thank you. So what's it doing? Well, first of all, we don't need like any of it. These teeth weren't actually going to be permanent, but honestly, she's probably barely going to open her mouth in anything I have her in. So I can make these teeth more permanent because they only need to be very simple. I literally just need to see like a little bit of whiteness when she opens her mouth. There's no point making it any more complex when it doesn't need to be any more complex, you know? Okay, so... Chest pain is the worst, man. Actually, no, it's not. Headaches are worse. The only reason I dislike chest pain is I'm worrying something's actually wrong. Whereas a headache, I'm just sort of like, oh, you know, it's going to pass. I know it's not something that's going to be very severe, you know what I mean? But yeah, chest pain, I'm just like... The only reason I say it's bad is because I don't know what it is. And that makes me feel uncomfortable. Wait. Oh, right. Oh, it's done that thing again. Okay. Disconnect it from Sort it from there, 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 there. I mean, did you see me like very again, I'm waiting for you to send me an image. Just like, see me model that like Magnum the other day. That was freaking dope. I just sort of showed you quickly with some basic shapes how to model the bases of a Magnum. That was a great example of how speedy you can be in Blender. Wow. So that doesn't look right. Not one bit. There definitely needs to be some sort of divide here. Right. What if I cut it there and there? All of this is at the back of the head, so it really doesn't matter how bad the seams look back there. That doesn't look good though. Good, can you go a little bit faster, please, Blender? Blender? Maya. I mean, it looks good on her head, though. Wait. Oh, yeah, you know what? This should have been more... Cut here. Yeah, this should have cut... Well, probably here. Cut here. Did this cut? Yeah, cool. Connect... Where does that go all the way? It does. Separate her head out so I can see all of it then. Connect here. What does that give me as a result? Send it on DC. Nice. No, you didn't. You didn't DM me. Do the green one. Okay. Open link. Okay. What? It downloads it as an image. Okay. Let's freaking go. Blender, I call upon your power. Right, so literally first thing you can do is pick the view you want to do it from. So presumably either from this side or top down. So we'll go from this side. So press 1 on your keyboard. So 1, 7, 3. Your directions. If you hold shift, you control, so you will reverse it. So that's from like the left, and that'll be from the right. That's from top, that's from bottom. If you press 5 within those directions, you'll see go between perspective and orthographic. Let's go to my download folder. Definitely not streaming on today, FYI. So we got to do this fast. You can drag in images very easily. Scale it up. If I go to... Oh, I've got to be using Maya, so I'm confusing myself. Oh, can I not? Is this like not a normal plane? I guess it doesn't matter. Plug it where I want. Get a mesh in. Prefer... We could probably use a cube. So I really like using cubes, because cubes you could just subdivide and basically do whatever you want with. So I can get rid of the top and the bottom. Turn on. So that, look, sees 3D objects. So Control A gets up my import menu. Selecting an object it will be object mode. So if that turn it on. If you press tab, you're going to edit mode, where you can actually, you know, select faces and stuff. Click this, you can see through it, which will allow me to select top and bottom. Just go this down. So we'll do the basic shape. Because I feel like a lot of this would come down to having wow, there's like gems and everything. That's cool. So this comes all the way up to here. What we'll do, we want to smooth the faces on this. You can see they're hard, so right click and then smooth. Nice, nice, nice. Make sure this is up here. Cool. We need this shape, which I could probably do a plate. Oh, plate's that way. So what I'm going to do... Where is my zero? Now it's right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an edge loop in the middle. Delete every other vertex, keeping this one vertex on its own. And then I can start modeling out the shape from there. So again, you want to separate whatever you can. You want to separate out into separate shapes. I will always teach that as one of my basic lessons because it makes the modeling stage way easier, just way easier. So here, I actually want to make sure I keep them somewhat similar. So where there's an edge loop on one side, I want to make sure I keep it on the other side. Here, here, and then this will obviously be a square. Come around here, here. Basically follow that shape around. So this is something you can't do in Maya is use a single vertex to model with. I missed that. That is actually one of my favorite things in Blender because it makes a lot of outlining existing concepts just easier. This can just connect there probably. And then we just got to go around selecting edges and connect them up. Ooh, messed that up, so we'll just insert an edge loop in there. Did that is that one? Did nice. Is it easy to fix as well? I ain't got chat up right now, so let me bring that up. That's actually pretty sick with the plane, right? So I'm just pushing F to feel FYI. Let's bring this out a little bit here, bring this up to here a little bit better. I could put an edge loop in here just to change that shape a little bit. Same over here. Cool. So now it's just a plane, obviously. We just want to give it some depth. Like that. I can then just do a subdivide on it. And we get a pretty similar shape that we're looking for over there. You tighten up some of these edges like this. Smooth it. Tighten up these edges. So any edge that I'd need to obviously tighten, just do that by insert edge loops and plonking some in. Cool. That's pretty. It looks pretty similar to that shape, I think. Pop it in the center. Cool. See what we've got so far. Okay. This clearly needs to come down more. So Blender, press O, you do your soft select. If you don't want to select other places, like over there, you can come into here and turn connect only. I can drag this down to more suit the shape. It actually needs to be more here. 1 second. Then what I need. So I feel like this is probably sharp anyway, so I don't actually mind doing this. So like that. And then here. Oh, I think I missed one. I did. Cool. Cool. So like that. Nice. Okay, okay, okay. If you can duplicate something, always duplicate it to save yourself time. Again, something I always tell people to do on my streams. Oh, whoops. Scale. So S will scale. S, and then X, Y, Z will do it on a single direction. Or you can middle mouse click in that direction. Or if you write S and then Shift and X, Y, Z, it will exclude that one. So right Z, it will exclude that direction, allowing me to just pull it in like that. Just like that. Yep, looks fine. Maybe a little bit thinner, a little bit like this. Come back into here. Again, if you can make the shape separate, always. Because in real life, these parts will be separate. Don't force yourself to make them one shape when they won't even be like that in real life. You know what I mean? There's obviously... Those limitations exist in real life for a reason. You know? Because that part of it's freaking metal, probably. While the internal bit is wood. What's a shortcut for connecting edges? Edges, like connecting the edge together, F, because F for fill. I'll probably learn it in the course too, right? Judging from what you think it's a bit more in depth, right? Yeah, I think so. I think it's just going to be actual explanation. You know, it's going to actually break down everything. Like right now, I'm obviously not breaking everything down because I'm just quickly showing you how to model. Where from what I could tell, that course at least looks like it's going to break everything down, you know? Alright, then you want these gem-looking things in here. Try your best to make sure you keep it in the middle. I didn't. I moved it over. I should have moved the concept over to fit it and not move it along, because it means I'm going to have to keep moving stuff. You don't want to move stuff. That's just modeling 101, though. That's less about learning the software, more about just knowing how to do certain modeling stuff, you know what I mean? But it actually does like duck in there. I don't actually know how that shape really works, but... I actually have no idea how that shape works. Something like that, right? Who knows? Who knows? Well, this one does look a little squished, I'm not gonna lie. Something like that. Up here is just a couple of spheres. Spikes are going to be very easy. I'll show you them in a minute. Probably something like that more than anything. Smooth. That'll be the swan. Like this. You could do it with soft slats, or I could have done this a much lower poly, then did it with a smooth. Both would have probably worked fine. Cool, and then we want to do a duplicate. Again, a lot of this comes down to just knowing modeling. Like, in my head, I'm working out as I go how I need to model it, if that makes sense. So when modeling this, I was like, instantly like, okay, I need a frame around it. What I'll do for that is I'll independently do a duplicate of this. And I was like, I'll select the exterior like this. Extrude that out. Yeah, something like that. Delete. Again. Delete all the access. It's always the hard thing with 3D modeling. It's like, yes, it's something you can teach, but like a lot of it's just like working out a puzzle. You just break down when looking at how to make it. And it needs work with that. You should make Udemy courses. I'd buy them. Really? Jesus. I never wanted to... I actually got invited to sites like that, and I never wanted to do it. Because stuff like that should be free. I feel like education should be free. I feel like it's so sad to me knowing that education isn't free. I obviously paid for my education. But, I don't know, man. It's a good way to probably earn some money. So maybe it is a good idea, but... Alright. My headset sometimes sounds weird. I have this with the old headset I just set back, actually. Like, it sometimes sounds like there's, like, something in the earpiece. It's just, like, going... It annoys me. Something like that. That's fine. We're not looking to make it perfect right now. We're just looking to make it work. Oh, whoops. Oh, whoops. Transparent. Oh no, I've not aligned a couple of them. If you ever misalign anything... That's fine. Wait, is it fine? What have I done? But if you ever misalign anything like this, for example, you can always select it and then just scale it together. Like that to help align it back up. Is this supposed to be out more? What is going on? I don't know what he did. Huh. Pull this down. Oh, right. I probably extruded without being directly on a axis. That's probably what I did. Okay, it's fine. I will read what you're writing in just a second. So then we just want to mirror that. So again, in this software, it's a lot with knowing just the tools in Blender. Like mirror and stuff. Where is it? There you go. Clipping, set the whole thing, pull it slightly, pull it back in. Yeah, click apply to that. Turn that off. We have a frame around it now. And then it's just the spikes. You're a good person. You said you'll look into the story I've sent you, and I think others wouldn't say it. Said that I have to pay for the actual story. It's just education should be free. Greed gets the better of people. Like with me, I remember someone having a go at me. I'll read what you wrote in a sec as well. Someone had a go at me for saying, "Oh, I do some paid tutor work online. If you want me to tutor you, actually one-to-one." I'm kind of doing that now. You're doing it on chat right now, but if you want like a proper tutor, like, you can pay so much an hour, and I'll actually teach you how to do stuff. And someone went, "Oh, it's like about being greedy for money." And I wrote back, was like, I have to pay my bills somehow, mate. You know, I've never been someone who's earned much money at all. And at the end of the day, if I can't pay for my bills, I can't live. I need food. I need a place to stay. I've worked in retail most of my working life because I needed money. It's not like I earn enough doing this stuff to support myself. So when he called me greedy for saying you could pay for one-to-one tutoring, I was like, are you serious? And he apologized to me in the comment section. He's like, I'm so sorry, Steve. I didn't mean to be disrespectful. And I was like, you did mean to be disrespectful. You just didn't know I was actually going to reply. If I had any knowledge that could be passed down on somebody, I'd do it for free, but I'm talentless. Hey man, it's not about talent. Sometimes it's about putting that time in. Well, you could call that talent as well when you put a lot of hard work in to get good at something. But it's about just putting that time in and just learning. Learning is one of our strongest weapons. The ability to learn is incredibly powerful. And never let anyone tell you otherwise. Never let anyone push back and tell you you're like, I've never really come from a very educated family, and they've genuinely made fun of me before because I come out with smart things, not necessarily even smart. That's good. And I've never let it put me down, you know, like being able to keep ourselves educated, it gives us power. And I think that's great. The fact that we are able to do that. I could never imagine myself turning down the opportunity to learn something interesting just because, you know, when I watch TV shows and they say something I've never heard before, I look it up and I go, wow, I didn't know that. And in a way, being able to teach yourself is in its own way a talent, you know? It's not as nice as just having a talent and being like, yep, I can do this thing without even trying. That obviously that's always going to be more. You're going to want that more. No, I need to make this thinner. Or even thinner. There we go. But equally, being able to educate yourself, being able to get good at something because you worked really hard to get good at it. That, in a way, it's not, like I say, it's not as good as being naturally talented, but you can be as good as someone who is because you put that time in, and that's cool. I feel like these spikes actually weren't rounded. I feel like they were like these emeralds I did over here. But it's too late now. I've made them. I'm not even going to save this, probably. I'm probably just going to delete it. And I love doing that because everyone's like, what? You made that and you're just going to delete it? Boom. And there's the stuff. Is that what you're looking for? We have some areas I need to still fix, like down here. I need to cap the tip. Center. Maybe do a quickie bevel of it. Would you say that was... Oh, wait. Select the whole thing. Control A. So in Blender, make sure to press Control A and then do all your transformations. That will reset everything. Which, if you see here, reset it all. Now when I select this edge, I can bevel it, right? Before, when I went to bevel it, this only happens if you scale it in object mode. If you go to bevel it now, watch. See that? It's because Blender thinks, I guess, in a way, because I scaled it in this, it thinks it's supposed to be like this thin. So if I do this and then go to bevel it, oh, I've kind of pulled it out a little too much. Look, it'd be fine. But because I scaled it in this mode instead of in this mode, it thinks it's supposed to be really, really short. So all you got to do is make sure you select that area or the whole thing and go, essentially reset all transformations. Now when I go to scale it, look, there you go. You can scroll to turn up those bevels. Like that. And we have our stuff. Huzzah! I'm pretty sure these have faces on the bottom. So that's another thing you're going to want to do, especially with game assets. Want to get rid of these faces that you don't need, you know. But like I said, we were just doing it quickly. Yeah. Boom. Speed modeling. Hell yeah. Now let's get back to work. What'd be really funny if the person I got a job with watched my streams, and that's why he was interested in hiring me, that I'm now working for, or I will be working for. It'd be really funny if they're here right now and he's like showed the teams like, yeah, this is the guy I've hired, and I'm just sitting here like, woo, 3D modeling, yeah, baby. And I want this to be straight because, wow. I need to learn to use your map in Blender. I bet you Blender is quadruple the speed of what Maya's showing me right now. I don't even know why it's so slow in Maya right now. This isn't that complex of a shape. Well, 13,000. I don't care what anyone tells you. 13,000 isn't that complex. Did you get off-stream job? I did, yeah. Get an off-stream job. Off-stream job? Yeah? Confused. I don't know why the sentence confuses me. bugger, not that way, that way. Why is it so slow? Do you guys ever use slow software or old computers and it just freaking grinds your gears how slow it goes? That's what I'm dealing with right now. Up there. Congrats, mate. Thanks, man. I can't wait. I start them up. Obviously the sleep schedule. Obviously, streaming schedule is going to change a little bit. I do apologize. I hate having to stream less because at the end of the day, this is what I really enjoy doing. Well, I'll probably very much enjoy working for the company as well. Hopefully, I mean that's the dream, right? I can't imagine I won't. I just like 3D modeling in general. But yeah, obviously there's going to be less streams because I'd be working 37.5 hours a week, so full time. Yeah, so I will hopefully do 2 streams a week. What I think I will do is I will do 2 streams after work. So I finish at 5:30, I think. I'll have my dinner, I think, and then about between 8 and 10, I'll probably do a stream. And then I will, if I feel good for that week, if I feel like I have the extra energy, I'll do one on the weekend as well, Saturday or Sunday. But I probably will take a week off. What's your job? Is what kind of modeler? I think he's put me down as an environment artist, but I'm pretty sure it's like an environmental prop artist, which is what I was more specifically told when I was in university. I don't know if he necessarily wants me to build up the environment like a level designer, but from what I'm aware, he wants me to make models for the environment. I can't say too much about the actual work because obviously I'm not allowed to, but yeah, it's basically what I've always wanted to do. Just model stuff for an environment that can be put in and look cool. I've always said I'm bad at level design, but I think the levels I've designed in the last couple of years haven't actually been that bad. I just get scared with level design. I just don't know what I think looks good. But I think I've like this scene, right? Like all I had was a picture like this, but I then carried on and I designed a whole interior. I linked all the windows up to actual rooms. That I think that is something, right? My biggest problem in an environment, Rockstar Game presents GTA 6 lead environment artist Steve Storrs. Boom! Could you imagine said Steve Tutorials as well? Not Stephen Christopher, my actual name. Just Steve's Tutorials. I say my full name on stream because you can find me anywhere. Like on ArtStation, it will say my full name. So I don't feel the need to hide my full name. I remember someone saying that not too long ago about, yeah, I hide all my name and everything. And I was like, well, I can't. Like, what do you mean? I was like, I'm advertised over the internet as an artist with my full name because people need to know who I am. So it's hard to hide my name and everything when I need it presented online. Square Enix. Oh. Man. Work for Square Enix would be incredible. The guy was super humble as well talking about this position because he was like... He said something about, I can't remember how the thing followed on, but he was like, I'm also like a place that, you know, I want people to come to me and get better and not necessarily stay with the company, but like move on to bigger and better things. He's like, that's fine. And I was like, that's really cool. Really cool that it thinks that way, you know. So face, I'm going to have a separate material too. We're actually almost done with UV mapping. So we might be able to actually get it in Substance today. Why does my... I hate pain. I think everyone hates pain. I'm not unique in that way. We'll make the face just a darker tone. There you go. And we'll make the hair white, because that will stick out. So the hair, I believe, kind of be done. Oh, no, but none of the faces are connected. That's annoying. Insomniac Games. Ratcheting. Oh, I think that would be the end goal. If I could work on a Ratchet and Clank game, or even a Crash Bandicoot game, that is that is like, I'd be done. I'd be like, that's it. I'm done. I can retire. Even if I'd only worked there for a year, I'm done. Oh, why is the hair? So the hair was generated. Sorry, but it's like all overlapping. What's going on? This is terrible. This is freaking gross. I can't connect it all. I'm gonna have to separate each hair out and actually give you a bit. I probably am. Okay, so there's no interior hair here. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, right. So the hair is two-sided. I should better get Jack and Daxter. Oh, Jack and Daxter. I haven't played Jack and Daxter in God knows how long. You know what? I'm very tempted to just do an automatic. How does that? That's... Oh, see what I mean? Automatic sucks. Look how much dead space there is. All I need to do... Let's select like a strand of hair. Wow. Are they all connected in some way? Why are they connected? They shouldn't be. See, this is why generated stuff always makes me weary. Because oh, they connect to the top. That makes way more sense. Okay. So how do I... In Blender, it's V. Oh, neural model would fit your style, I believe. Mixture of reality. Oh, and sci-fi. Remember when I send you this sun grading model to critique it for me? I finally finished it. Oh, let me see. Send it. I'll critique it again. I won't if you don't want me to. I'll only critique if you want me to. I don't get why you guys let me critique your stuff. I don't think I'm... I've always felt like I'm not good enough to critique your stuff. How do I... separate at vertex Maya? Split shared vertices. Yeah, okay. That's pretty much it. Oh, is it just detach? Did that work? I guess. But it's attached. Oh, right. So not all of these were supposed to be attached, so these can merge. There you go. So now that's separate. Nice. I'm about to end this man's whole career. Okay, these are just straight up attached, but that's fine. Oh, except there. What's going on there? Does it ever make you guys sad when I do something off stream? Like make something and you're just like, man, I want to see you make that. Mr. Steve, Mr. Adam, how is it going? I start my work contracts at the end of the month, Adam. Are you excited for me? I'm a little nervous. I'm not really a nervous person, so I don't know if the term nervous is actually that correct. I don't feel that bad about starting it. I just like, I don't know. Think about the job. I'm like, man, I wonder what hard stuff they're going to get me to do. I don't wonder if I'm going to be the, fit they're looking for. It's 10:30 right now, so I'll head to bed and watch until stream is over. But I'm off Sunday and start the Blender course once I've done something on my own, I'll let you critique it. Nice. If you guys do want me to critique stuff, tell me what part you want me to critique. Critiquing Saga as a whole is one thing. Critiquing a very specific part. I feel like I have pretty good modeling theory for when I do something, at least for ease of use for later stuff. So yeah, if you're like, oh, I want you to critique the modeling of it, or I want you to critique the texturing of it, which I'm not as good at, you know, just tell me. Wasn't Adam the guy who was in a call with you when you were on Twitch? No, that was... when I was on Twitch. What was I doing on Twitch? Was I playing... I thought I was playing Binding of Isaac on Twitch. I thought I was talking to nobody. So I'm talking to someone on Twitch? Wow, has it already been 2 weeks since I streamed on Twitch? The video's not there anymore. So are they providing you with a white PC or... I do not believe so. They are providing me with an office space if I want to move there. But I will have to ask him if he's providing me with business licenses soon. I didn't want to ask immediately because I didn't want to throw it out there. I start in 2 weeks, so I was like, okay, I'll wait a couple of days and I'll ask him about that kind of stuff because I didn't want to push it. But I'll ask if he wants me to use like Full Maya, for example. I'm going to have to ask for a business license because I can't afford to subscribe to that for the month. You want me to critique me? Yes. There was a guy at a call with your lot who also... That was like a year ago. Ooh, Jack or Luke? Definitely not Adam. Adam's someone who's just been in chat. Adam's a nobody. Sorry, Adam, didn't mean it. Ooh, it's taking a long time to unitize. I haven't saved this for a little bit. Yeah, Luke. Yeah, I miss Luke. He hasn't streamed to me in ages. Oh no, I didn't just... Maya, if you crash, I haven't saved you in like 20 minutes, I don't think. Luke the man. I miss Luke. Luke's one of my favorite people to stream with. You make me cry every day, Steve. Sad Adam. Good. I'm building up that tier immune system. You know what? I'm getting pain in the right side of my chest actually. Which I'm happy about, as weird as it sounds. Because if I got pain in the right side of my chest as well as my left, that means it's more likely my associated with my lungs or maybe the muscle or the rib cage. Whereas when I just have pain like right here, it just makes me think it's like to do with my heart. It's like, I don't know. I don't even know if, once again, I don't know if pain is the right word. It is pain, but it's more discomfort than anything. I said it to the doctors. I remember going to the doctors once, and I was in a car accident and my back was hurting, and I told them, she was like, okay, so what's I was sent over there through the insurance of the car insurance company, whatever, for back treatment, and they were like, oh, so where's the pain and all this? I was like, oh, upper left of my back, there's a little bit of tension there. Yeah, it's pretty much about there. It's not really sharp, it's more of a mild pain or discomfort. And she started massaging me because it was a chiropractor, the one that massages you, and instantly she was like, oh, you're way worse than you're saying. And I was like, am I? I was like, it doesn't feel that painful to me. Never get us when you make it big and your name is in every game that comes out in the next 4 years. Oh, could you imagine? Okay, did I actually just break Maya? What's going on? Oh, Maya, you came and you crashed for no reason. You took my work away. Oh, Maya, how could you? When did I save it last? I don't want to do it again. Let's load it back up. What is this frozen, man? I just wanted to unitize some areas. File, recent file, female character, don't save. Oh no. Oh. Oh. Oh, it just started on the hair. Yeah. Okay, we're good, we're good. I can close this one. Not responding. Yeah, I noticed. When my boss is like, so Steve, why did this you know, you got this done in a pretty good time, but like I've noticed that there was a lot of crashes in your software. I'm like, don't. Oh, my software always crashes. Oh, do you think it's something you do? I don't know. Unitize it all. See, it did all of it instantly, but secondly, the strap crashed. I probably shouldn't have unitized all of it. That's making it run very slowly. Yikes. Let's quickly do a I don't know. Or Mike. Just get them in more manageable shells so it won't run as slow, presumably. Because there's like a butt ton of shells here right now. So if I automatic, it will do way less shells and hopefully make it run a bit faster. How was your day, by the way, Adam? Has it crashed again? Ah. Cool. So hopefully this should run a bit. Yeah, look at that speed. Okay. So I'm going to select this and go separate. So anything that is separate already, there you go, we can start working with. Okay. I want to tuck that in a little bit. I think for your portfolio you should try to make one genre of design every month or every 2 months. Fancy. I mean, if I'm working 40 hours a week after getting this job, I'm not sure I'll be able to do that. I could do one model build, one week builds though, just do like a very an asset to do with a different genre every week. That'd be cool. That wouldn't take too much time. After the sunbeds again, and now in the bath. How you been up to much? Yes, actually, I've got this contract come through about this job. I'd sign all that. And I always read my contracts over. I actually got him to change a couple of things, as I do. I'm not a very trusting person. Kind of. I am very trusting, but when it's like something contractual, I'm always skeptical more than anything. So I like things being in a very specific way. So a company can't be like, oh, but actually loophole. I'm like, no possible loopholes. We are getting this said or this wrote down or just presented in a very specific way. So you cannot do that. And I trust the company that's just hired me, but I'm just a skeptical person. So to sort that stuff out. Nah, not when you're full-time, but maybe after that job, once you return back to us. Well, like I said, hopefully I'll still want to stream. So hopefully I should still be around. It's not as long. I want to get this scene done. I don't know how long it's going to take me while doing a full-time job, but I'm going to get this scene done. I love doing my scenes. But what was I talking about? Oh, yeah, and then I had to book a doctor's appointment today. I called them up 2 days ago to book a call with them. So now I have a doctor's appointment on Tuesday about my chest, and he said if it gets any worse, just call up the hospital. And he said just go straight to the hospital. I might go take some more paracetamol soon, actually. They told me I could take any painkiller that won't affect it. If it is something obviously wrong with me, they said it should be fine still taking painkillers. So I was like, okay, I will be taking those because I don't like discomfort. I went to the opticians. That was fun. I wish I was like that. What, you wish you had a pain in your chest? Or you mean you wish you were skeptical? I I'm very, very trusting when it comes to my friends. Maybe it's not too bad, mate. I had a very similar pain 2 years ago. It's a little bit different now. Hopefully it's nothing. But I've just got a pain like here. And sometimes, even now, it's like it comes down my arm a little bit. So it's like here. Hopefully it's nothing. Maybe it's just chest pain. Maybe it's just something to do with the cold weather hurt my chest. I leave my window open when I sleep. So maybe I've just got a slight, a very mild chest infection. Skeptical, of course. Yeah, being skeptical. I've just always been a skeptical person. I don't know. I just question things, you know. There's nothing wrong questioning someone. I wanted to change part of the contract, and I felt a little bit bad about asking. But then I asked some of my friends, and they were like, "Well, what you're asking for is so minor that they shouldn't have an issue changing it. You're literally asking for such a small thing that if they said no, we can't do that, then you should. That's like a red flag because you're not asking for anything big." And I was like, "Okay." So yeah, I've been screwed over by companies before, because not because if I could have been skeptical, I would have been, but it's like when I wanted to work at Game as a job, and they were like, "Sign this contract." I was like, "Well, I can't not sign it. If I don't sign it, you won't let me work, and I need money to pay my rent and bills." You know what I mean? Like I couldn't disagree to the contract, and they wouldn't rewrite it at a retail job. Creator of Crytek, CryEngine, and Turkish. Oh, are Turkish. Sorry, the text is really small and I don't have the best vision as it is. And they even live here in Germany. My mum knows one of them, I think, or they're friends. Wish I had gotten to know them and introduced you to them. Oh, but haven't been speaking to her in 3 years. Oh, okay, jeez. Yeah, so I got all that sorted. I booked an optician's appointment the day I looked it up. Boots was like 3 months for an appointment. I looked it up on Visual Express and they were like, "Come in today, you're booked." And I was like, "Oh crap, what?" I had to get there within like 2 hours. I was like, "Oh," I didn't actually think it was gonna book. I was skeptical, and then it worked. So I was like, "Oh wow, okay." So I've ordered 2 pairs of glasses online. They were like, together without the discount, they were like £120, but then there was a huge discount that got them down to like 55. I was like, okay. And then when I was at the opticians, because at the moment I'm not working, they said, "Oh, you know, you can have a free eye test." I didn't really care. I was going to pay for it anyway. It was only like 25 quid, but they were like, "No, you can have it free and can get a free pair of glasses." I was like, "Oh, okay." So I grabbed a free pair of glasses that they're going to call me in a week to give me. So now I've got 3 pair of glasses coming in. And I've just been trying to get things sorted. Whenever I start a new job, I like to get a lot of things sorted and set up before I start. Because I don't want to be at the job for a week and be like, "Okay, now I've got to go to the doctors. Now I've got to go to the opticians. Now I've got to do this." And I keep having to delay. I keep having to book days off. I think that's rude. I feel like if you know you're about to start a job, you should try to get all these, I say small things. Going to the doctors isn't a small thing, but you know what I mean. You should try to get these things out the way first, so you're not putting that pressure on the company when you get there. Can you tell us if it is an indie company? It's an indie company run by somebody who's worked for a lot of big companies. It's, yeah, that's all I'm going to say, because I don't want to accidentally obviously say something a little too cheeky. But yeah, it's indie. It's indie. I'm really excited. The game they're making, again, I can't talk about it. This looks really fun. And I can't wait to start working on it. I will say now, again, I can't talk about it, but I don't think I'm, well, I already know. I'm not going to be able to work straight on the game instantly. I assume that's not anything I can't say. I'm just going to say to you guys, I can't work on it instantly. And I know I'm not going to show you guys anything of it anyway for a while, so. But when I can show you guys of it, it's going to come on and going to be like, "Guys, look, I've been making this. How cool is this?" And I'll just show you. Steve just spilled the beans. NDAs are really harsh. Like, just anytime I've ever been having to keep stuff under like a non-disclosure agreement, they're always like really strict, which is understandable. Obviously, they should be strict. I have nothing against an NDA. See, just spill the tea. You know what? You know what, guys? I don't like tea. Nah, well, that's partly a lie. I'm not a big fan of tea. I drink it when I don't want to drink coffee, essentially, and I usually want to drink coffee. Sometimes you just want a hot drink, you know? Wow, this is awkward shape. We just need a seam. Oh, whoops. We just need a seam that comes down here, otherwise it'll loop in the UVs, which won't work correctly. So we just want to cut it all the way up to here, and that should work. And I should be able to just do this, and this, and that should be not working. What? Oh my god, is that working or not? It's made it freaking huge. Oh, one of those are separate. Why has it made it huge? Video companies should be released. Wait, but indie companies should really side with Sony and Steam, and they always help indie companies with even introduce them instead of streams, or even when they show a lot of indie companies in their game before the main events get to yeah. Weirdly, I mean, indie has always been my favorite. Full stop. I freaking love indie, man. Most of my favorite games the last couple of years have been from indie studios. Okay, this is clearly not working properly. Are these guys separated? Hold on a minute. Oh, they are. And merge to closest. There you go. There you go. Move as so. I honestly don't mind these two being separate here. Nah, it should be fine. I'm just looking at it thinking how fine that would be, and I think that should be fine. Move as so. There you go. Well, now I'm getting all this... all of these issues. Why? Is it because I've not... freeze? What? Why did freezing it cause these become separate again? Why do you do this? That's the vertice. Remove these vertices. Grab this vertices. Slightly move it away from those ones. There you go. Merge. And again. Combine these shapes, dude. Dud. Like that, like that, like that. Okay, that fixed it. Nice. What are you? You're this bit here. You actually a whole separate piece. And I don't mind, but... huh, interesting. Okay, well, that's fine. Nice. That should look pretty good on the UVs. Yeah, look at that. Well, we're ending the stream soon. I didn't quite get to finish the character, but we're getting close. We're getting close. Where's this part? Oh, what the? They split there. I mean, that's fine. I just didn't realize they split there. Generated hair, baby. Never make hair yourself. Too much time and effort, you know. Oh, well. I was streaming for like an extra 5 minutes just because I started a little late. Cool. Let's actually start colouring in the parts that I've done. Every time I like... before something's textured and I show my mum, she always like... And that's not coloured in yet. I'm like, no, Mum, it's not been textured yet. Very, very interesting. I partly don't want to tell you guys what software I use to generate this hair, because I'm a little embarrassed with the software I used. So I'm good. I don't want to say. And I only said that because I want you guys to sit there and be like, what? What did he use? Okay, so a lot of these can actually be separated. Get rid of this for a second. Let's try to separate these. Oh, God, he says. Attach. There you go. Cool. Having them detached will just make it a little bit easier. Trust me, I'm a scientist. Is that attached to it? Yep, here. Edit mesh. Attach. Nice. Merge. Merge. Cool, that should be separate. Nice. Oh. I think drinking the energy drink slightly hurt my chest. I'm not sure. But god damn it, I ain't wasting it. I would never put myself under like intentionally hurting myself if that was the case. You know what I'm saying. If I was getting very hurt from drinking it, obviously I'd stop drinking it. I don't want anybody to worry about me. That's why I'm saying that. Okay. So where does that get connected? Can we see if we do like a harsh pull? Kind of. I think it's like... here? Yeah. Is it hard to rig a model / add bones, and is it hard to animate it? Nothing complex, animate like walking or idle. Manually, it can be. Walking and stuff... I wish I had a model to show you it on, which I don't at the moment. I've done a lot of animation. Well, a lot of animation in the past. It's all about the small parts of animation. I wonder if I've got... So if we look up in here, I think I did some 2D animations at one point. Oh, there you go. So, like... There's a lot of software you can use that does the rigging for you, which I would recommend, because look how well he turned out. And it's absolutely free. I used Mixer Mode to do that. Mixer Mode? Maximo? I always forget what it's called. Mixer Mode? Is this it? This is it, right? Yeah, this is it. So what you do is you throw your model into here after logging in, and then you assign its like wrist and if you can put it in. But if you were to rig it yourself, it's not too hard. It's all you do is you put your bones in. I think I'm gonna have to rig her face just so I can do facial expressions, and then you basically you select like your bone. So if you've got the bone coming up to here, you'll select all of this like one color to have that influence, and then you select the bone from here to here, and then you'll have it like influenced here and then tight at this spot, like your where your elbow is, like the opposite end of the elbow, because you want that sharp, like pinching of the skin. Whereas this side, when you skin it, not rig it, should I say, skin it with the rig, you want it to be a little bit more smooth there, because you don't. It's not as it doesn't pinch, you know, there's more skin that gets pulled over. And then when it comes to actually animating, what about the blue creature in your last scene? The blue, like the little robots, the little fish. I don't even know what that file is. So they were easy. I rigged them all myself. So let's get that up. Station. I mean the little fish creatures, God. So I could actually open it up a thingy. So like you see him, like he's little leaning forward and stuff. Their animations, like him, very subtle movements. Because I wanted it to be obviously being a repeating animation. I didn't want any big movements anyway. A lot of it, so the animation then, they're just very robotic anyway. They're just sort of like, you know, like they're not doing anything too fancy. But yeah, you just get those bones in, then you just sort of have to, if you want it to look realistic, you have to do all the small things. Like when someone walks forward, you know, you could just have them so their legs come like, you know, like the normal walking. God, I'm trying to simulate with my fingers, you know. So you put it down, pull that up, and as it comes up, you put that down, and you're just like, let's do it over here. You know what I mean? But you have to have those small movements. Like it can't be like, if you're like here, right? You put that one down, you put this one up, and you move it forward like this, right? And you're having so many rotation points in that, right? You're having, and it's the shifting of it going left to right as well. You're not just going straight forward. Your legs will slightly move left and right, even if it's a little bit as they come over. And it's all those small little bits. Like if I move my body right now and I do this, not only did my arm come forward, like if we was doing a very simple rig, I could be like that. Even now, parts of my body's moving. But if I was doing a more advanced rig, I'd pull it forward like that. I'd need to work out the counter reaction towards what I'm doing, because there's always other parts of your body that are going to move. And that's the hardest part in animation, is getting all those subtle bits to work. Where are those 2D ones I drew? You know, I automatically had these rigged. And they worked really well. I was really impressed. Those are my 2D animations. I drew some like ones in Flash, because Flash was getting discontinued, and I downloaded a trial, and I just drew a couple of things. This is the last game I worked on. Fish? What's this? Oh, right. No. Did I not put it in Steve's progress? Me just drawing like... Oh yeah, that was me hitting there. This was one of my trailers for my weapon kit. Wait for it. Man, did I saw? Oh, here you go. Look, no animations. They're not very good. But yeah, it's all about that, all those small actions if you want to really sell an animation. You know, one thing that this guy said about wanting to hire me, he said, one of the biggest reasons he wants to hire me is because I seem to actually have a passion for what I do. And man, sometimes I do just go off on tangents when I talk about something, don't I? Like, let's talk about animation right now. Just go off on a tangent and try to explain what I mean. What is happening here? Attach. Oh, that didn't detach. Did it? The edit mesh detach. Okay, it did it. Okay. Oh, is this part attached as well? Okay. Is that fully detached now? Nice. Okay. If I do that, do this, there you go. I don't know why this is like overlapping. I think I'm gonna slightly pull this up. There you go. I don't mind them overlapping like that, but I want one to clearly show over the other one. And we want to pull this in. Yeah. Okay, now. Oh, yeah. Well, I need him to overlap there at the very least, because they need to... I don't want any poking, do I? Know what I mean? Now I'm saying? Like that. There you go. So you'll just sort of freaking collide with each other. What's that look of shadows? Okay. Anyways. I'm going to call that a day for now. Oh, one thing I do want to check, actually. I want to check if the ears looked alright. I never really paid attention. Yeah, they look too warped. They look pretty good. I wonder if I could have kept them in. Oh my god. Turn off that, thank you. Do that. Don't crash. I mean, I probably can. That doesn't cause much warpage. A little bit there, but you don't really see that part of the head. As long as the front of it stays relatively neat. Yeah, I think I can keep that in. Alright, we are going to call it a day. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. Unless my chest pain gets very bad, then I will probably not even be here tomorrow. Not that I'm going to be dead, I'll probably be in the hospital. So I will catch you guys, not at the hospital. I'll catch you guys on the stream tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Bye. I'll wait a couple of seconds like I always do, just in case the stream's not been catching up very well.